Hi YouTubers out there. This is Fortune Cookie 45LC coming to you with a story of a gun. Now it's May in the year 2012, and guess what? Father's Day is coming up. And you see father and son relationships a lot in movies and of course in real life. So whether you're a father-son or father-daughter, important relationships, and as a father, there's no better thing than to pass down something of meaning to a son or daughter, or for that matter, a grandson or a granddaughter. Nothing more meaningful and durable than a firearm. And so back in the year 1977 or 76, my father came to me and asked me what I suggested for him to have as a home protection gun. And I was thinking a pump action shotgun would be very good, either a Mossberg 500 or a Remington 870. So we went to the gun store, and my father in his wisdom applied certain requirements and needs that he already had thought out, but I didn't know that, and I was trying to recommend a pump action shotgun for him. But he saw this on the shelf and asked the person behind the counter to show him this Harrington and Richardson Model 58 single shot 12 gauge. Now, one of the precepts that my father always told me was, if you're going to get something, get a good one. That applies to anything. Cars, house, pen, woman, and gun. So I was trying to figure out why he wanted to buy this single shot shotgun. It was not very expensive. But he knew that he wanted something that was light, something that was simple, reliable, powerful enough to do the job, and he already had a plan. He knew that, and he didn't tell me this, but he knew that if there was a break-in while he and his wife were at home, mom and dad, especially at night, well, their bedroom's on the second floor of the house, and he would let the burglar do whatever he wanted to do on the lower floor. But if that burglar came up the stairs, then my father had a defensive position at the top of the stairs where he had some cover, and he would have this Harrington and Richardson 12 gauge. And that would be all he needed. So this shotgun was sitting in the corner of his closet for many, many years. And it's in very good condition. And after my father passed away, I have his 12 gauge Harrington Richardson Model 58 12 gauge shotgun. And yes, it is simple. But look how simple this is. You press this, and it breaks open, and it's got an automatic ejector. You load the single round, you close it up, and then it has to be activated by cocking the hammer, and you're hot to go. Then you open it up, pop the next one in, cock it, and you're ready to go. Very simple. Sometimes simple is the best. This actually is a very fine shotgun, and I find out that it was the manufacturer of this particular line of shotguns by Harrington and Richardson was all the way back to 1893. And many, many, many American households have one of these. Notice the fine case-hardened receiver. And it locks up tight. It's inexpensive, but this is not a cheap firearm, but rather a good quality firearm. So when my father said, "Yeah, get something, get a good one," well, I've tried to follow that bit of motto, that bit of advice through my entire life. You don't want to get something that's cheap. If you get something that happens to cost less but is a high value because it's a good one, then the price is not something that always applies to being good or not. But if it's good and it's less expensive, that's even better. Good value. Now, when I look at this shotgun, it reminds me of all those times when my father talked to me about firearms, how when he was working on the farm, the farm owner would take out his Mauser or 30-06 and shoot fruit off the trees at distance. And how marvelous is that back in that day, around the late 1920s, that someone could do that and not worry about hitting someone 2-3 miles away. So as Father Day comes up, we remember our fathers, and we look at a firearm as being something that can easily be passed on to future generations, and there'll be a link there. So this is a shotgun. It's very good condition because it hasn't been fired that much, and I will keep this as a reminder always of my father. Passed away in 1986. So all you YouTubers out there, whether you're a son or a daughter, whether you're a father or a grandfather, happy Father's Day. Bring out the Harrington and Richardson 58 12-gauge shotgun. The single shot. Now I don't know what this thing's going to shoot because the sights are just one little bead in front, and so we'll see where it's going. The first 2 or 3 shots, we'll go on the right hand target, and we'll see where the sights are. Alright, guys.
got all of Mary's scarves and jackets and scarves.
Okay, so now we know just about where it's shooting. Let's go ahead and
Load the car.
aim at the targets on the targets that haven't been shot. This is zooming in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And we're ready to go. Harrington, 12.
How much does it take to change it to 100?
We're happy on top of that.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're going top left, man. Just like it's funny to see the
Well, I took care of that idea. The target fell down, so that's it.